everyone, welcome to KT Food Adventure. Today I'm going to share you some tips how to use the Instant Pot. So the one I'm using is Instant Pot, the old model, which is Lux 8 quart. And today I'm going to unbox the Duo Mini, which is 3 quarts. So I'm going to show you what's the difference between the Lux and the Duo Mini. Both of them have very similar function, just change a little bit of the function. So for example, the Lux will have manual, but the Duo has pressure cook. So both of the button, they are working the same thing, but just naming differently. So right now I'm gonna open. I'm gonna show you detail how to clean and how to cook and use the Instant Pot for both models. So in the meantime, if you have any question, please do not hesitate to leave me a comment on the bottom, and I will try to answer your question as soon as possible. So in this pot, it will give you these scoops, rice scoops. With the wire, I just took it out, the black wire, and also the cup. I love it because it's also come with the trivet as well. And this thing is the for the steamer, collect the water from when you cook. It will collect the water, but remember to clean that after each cook. After each use, please clean that. In this book, in the box, it's always give you the user manual, which is like show you how to cook chicken, beef, like how long you should cook, and they have a recipe in there as well. Very thoroughly, very detailed. You can follow instruction there. But if you like any recipe, I also provide all recipe for Asian food as well as soup. So you can please follow this recipe, or inside the book they have several different recipe for American dishes. They will show you how to use each of the button as well. But I'm going to go demonstrate like detail. For example, you see it, the cooking time table, they have 1 to 2 minutes for asparagus, carrots, cauliflowers, potatoes, all kind. And they explain what is each button and the meaning of the screen. The screen is showing. This one, remember to plug it in right here. Let me show you. You see where's the steamer right there? So underneath of the valve, there's a small knob that you can insert it in. See it? So each time you use it, it collect the water. You need to remove it and clean it. Otherwise, it's gonna become mildew. It has mildew and grow fungus, whatever in there, molding as well. So make sure you clean it. So here's the wire. So when you try to turn on the Instant Pot, but it's not on, make sure to see that you plug the wire completely, insert it completely in yet. Sometimes it's like losing a little bit, then it will not show, will not connect it to the power. So make sure that you plug it in, like insert it, the wire all the way to in the back of the pot. So can you see this pot right here? It has pressure cook. This one is dual model. Here, let me zoom in a little bit more so you can see easier. Pressure cook. And this one, the regular one, the Lux model, has manual. This one is old. I bought it a long time ago. So now I decide to buy the 3 quart, the mini one, so I can use it when I travel, you know. And here's the trivet for steaming. Please, so remember to keep this one. It's really important as well. If you lose it, you have to rebuy it. So keep it. I tend to keep it. I always keep it in a drawer where I keep the menu and also the trivets. So this is important that I would like to share. When you open it, you need to the first use you need to steam and do the water test. And here they have the warning for you, like do not heat the element in the grease, and also do not touch the pot while cooking. So if you plug in and you start cooking, do not remove the pot, move it around, or do not touch it because it's hot. And you see the max right here, 2/3 max right here. That's the line telling you that do not put food or water over the max line. So remember that. Do not. Because if you put everything above that max line, it will create, it might explode, or you cannot open the pot. So there's always a max line. Do not do that unless when you saute and you don't close the lid, because when you saute you don't close the lid, and you can have it a little bit above the max line but not too full, because it's gonna it's gonna be too much for the pot. It's no good. So always try to go at the max line when during cooking. You see the pin right here is the white color. It has white pin, but the Lux has the red pin. So this pin is also has sealing and venting. So when you cook, certain recipe will have sealing, but some recipe have venting. So when you cook and you seal it, and when you want to open the pot, you have to wait till the white pin right here drop down. So during cooking, when it's hot, it's build the steam and hot, then the white pin is gonna pop up. But when you're done cooking and you want to open the pot, open the lid, you have to turn the valve to venting, from sealing to venting, and wait till the white pin drop, then you can open the lid. And this one you can open it as well. See, you can remove it and clean it after each use, because all the food or residue will stay in there. So you can always take it out, remove it, and you clean it and you put it back. It's very easy. And this right here, the white pin right here, you can also remove it as well. So try to remove it after each use to clean anything that stay in there, like the smell, especially when you cook sweet and savory food in the same pot. Try to clean it. So I tend to use several, the ring, you see the white ring, I'm going to show you now. This one right here. If you could, buy extra ring, one for the sweet and one for savory. And this is very simple to snap on. Take it out and clean it after each use, and all you have to do is to snap back. Very simple. See? And when you snap back on, after you wash it and rinse it, dry it, very easy to put it back. Let me show you how to do it now. All you have to do is to put it back like this, slide it in. You see that there's a part that you can slide in. Yeah, right here. Okay. Put it in. If you don't close it correctly, if you don't snap it in correctly, you cannot close the lid. See? So now you just press it around the ring. See? Very easy. So make sure that you close it correctly. Insert the ring correctly. Then you can close the lid. And there are many friends that I know that they didn't know how to do this. That's why I tried to share this tutorial so everyone can know how to use it. This is the brush that I bought from, you can buy it from Home Depot or Lowe's or Amazon. This one is to clean around the pot. You see it right here. Sometimes, like dust or anything drop in there, it's hard to get out. But if you have this brush, it's so easy to remove anything, dust or anything. And it's only cost like $1 or $2. But you can keep it clean. I have listed a link below where you can purchase this, the bar keepers. It's on in Amazon or at Home Depot or Lowe's. It's called Soft Cleanser Bar Keeper's Friend. And it removes the rust, lime, stains, tarnish, anything in the kitchen, the bathroom. And this one, they used to have the powder, but I prefer to have the liquid one because this one is better. It doesn't cause any dust or when you pour out the powder. So I like to use the liquid one. So they say warn and read back carefully. See, it's showing that you can use it for cookware, kitchen, and it show you the instruction how to use it as well. It's clean, very, very good for stainless steel. So that's why I recommend it. So if you see any spot in the pot, you can use that as well. So I hope you like this videos. If you do, please click on like button, share this video, and subscribe to my channel. And here you see and the difference between these two, that it has the one that look on the left side I'm showing is the dual. It has soup, broth, button. So soup and broth, what's the difference between these button and pressure cook or manual cook? The difference is these button, they set up the timing, which means like 20 minutes, 10 minutes, or 30 minutes, and at the temperature, the heat for you already. So for soup, when you press it, it's gonna give you like 30 minutes. But these both, you see, they have soup, broth. It's just preset the minutes for you. So you can adjust it per your preference. You can adjust the plus and minus sign. Yeah. So when I tend to use a lot of time, I tend to use manual or pressure cook. It will be because I like to adjust the timing. But you can use these if you are familiar with it. But if you come to my video because you don't know how to use the Instant Pot yet, so I'm going to try to produce more videos, make more video to show how to use Instant Pot for these button. Okay. The only option that you don't have to close the lid during cooking is the saute button. So the saute button, you don't have to close the lid. You just saute the garlic, onions, whatever, or the meat, and don't have to close the lid. Okay. So rice, porridge, like I say, these they will have to set up a temperature for you. So this for the soup and broth, the default setting is always high temperature, and normally it will show 30 minutes. And you can always adjust it to more or less. And meat stew, they always default is high temperature, which means high pressure, and normal is 35 minutes. And you can adjust it to more or less. So that's why I just use pressure cook or manual, and then I can adjust it. The saute is a non-pressure cooking. So when you see the hot, say hot to add the ingredient to the pot, then you use normal to saute veggie, or adjust to more for browning meats, or adjust to less to simmer. I tend to use saute mode a lot as well. You will, if you get used to use the instant pot, you will love it because you don't have to spend that much time. You should put everything in the pot and close the lid and let it do the cooking for you. You can do that, run an errand, um, do your things, do your stuff, and then come back and it has, the soup is ready for dinner or for your lunch. That's the best part of the instant pot, and it's come out really. The texture is really good, just like regular pot. So if you like this video, I hope that you can give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel, and the really important thing that to share this video to your friends and family, and and support our channel by, if you need to buy the instant pot, please buy it from Amazon. The link I will provide down here. And this is important part, that when you need to use the saute, after the cooking, you have to press cancel. Then you can press saute. That is important part too. So during, I would like to explain on the NPR. Most of people don't know what's NPR. NPR stands for natural pressure release, which means do not touch the pot at all. Leave it alone and let it release its pressure naturally. That's what it means. Do not touch the pot. I hope that I explained it well so you can understand it. QPR means quick pressure release. Means you, from the valve of sealing earlier I showed you, you quick turn that valve to venting. That's what it means. You turn it to venting and let the release the pressure. That's what I mean, quick release pressure. And during cooking for this pot, it's really, really important. If you ever think about cooking of some kind of porridge, like rice soup, do not QPR. Do not turn the valve to venting, because it's going to explode. It's going to, the rice and soup will come out, because that is the important thing that I would like to mention. Do not quick release while you cook the rice soup. So I hope you get this part. So this part I'm going to show you where is the venting and sealing again, so you can see it. When you see when you do NPR, and after you're done cooking, you will see L000. And here's the venting. You see it? Venting and sealing. If you want to do NPR, you do not touch the pot. But if you want to do QPR, means you open it, quick release, you turn from sealing to venting right here. Then the steam will come out. And wait till the white pin drop, then you can open the pot. So when you hear beep, 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 it will make the sound and the screen will show L000. For example, if you set up for 30 minutes to cook some bones, after you hear beep, 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 and the screen show L000, 3 zeros, okay? And you want to do quick release, you will turn the valve from sealing to venting. Okay, so here is it. Like I say, do not touch the metal part. It is hot while cooking. And do not move the pot while cooking as well. So when I say you do 30 minutes cooking, you press soup broth and it shows 30 minutes, right? It doesn't mean that 30 minutes later the pot is done. No, you have to give it some time to build the pressure. So after they build the pressure, then it will start at that time to cook. So normally it depends on how much you have in the pot. Normally it takes about 30 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes to build the pot, to build the heat. Then it will start, from that time it will count another timing. Depends how many minutes you set. Now I'm going to do the water test run. Okay, I add 3 cups of water and turn to sealing mode and set the steam for 2 minutes. This is called the water test. Everyone, if you buy the pot, the instant pot, always have to do the test to see if the pot is working or not. If you buy it and you leave it in the garage or you leave it in the storage and you don't use it for a few months later, you never know because you cannot return it, or 30 days return or 90 days return, depends on the store. You don't know if it works or not. So this is the best way to find out if your pot is working or not. So I turn on, I plug in the pot, I put 3 cups of water and I click on press steam button. And when you see steam, and you let it steam it, okay? But you adjust it. See, when you click on steam, normally it will show 10 minutes. It's preset the timer for you. So adjust it to 2 minutes and let it do the work. Like I say, I hope that I explained it well. If you cook, for example, if you cook something and you adjust it to 10 minutes, doesn't mean 10 minutes later it's going to be done. You have to give it some time to build up the pressure, to heat up. Then sometime it takes like 30 minutes, let's say 30 minutes to heat up to the pot. At that time, after 30 minutes, they heat up the pot, then it will start click in and start cooking the minutes that you enter earlier, that you press earlier. After that, then it will be done, you know. So now you see after 2 minutes, it doesn't mean 2 minutes it's gonna finish. It takes some time. So now it's showing L000. It means that it's done. When you see L010, let's say, it means it's been sitting there for 10 minutes already. So once you see the pin right now, the pin is up, but once it's dropped down, the white pin, then you can open the pot. But if it's still up, you cannot open the pot because it still has pressure in it. See, so now you can open the pot. You know that it's working well. And you see here on both sides, it has a little hole that you can put the lid on it. But look at my version, the old one, the Luxe version. It doesn't have that hole, so you cannot put the lid on it. It's neat, isn't it? And you see the white ring. Try to buy another one or several one to use for the sweet and savory, like I said earlier. This ring will capture all the flavor and fragrance in it. If you cook too much pho, like beef noodle soup, it's gonna collect all the fragrance in it. So if you try to cook sweet, it won't turn out nice. So this is the important part as well. Hopefully you will get a second part. Here's another thing that I have a friend and couldn't close the lid as well. So try to when you close the lid, try to look at how I close it. And when you store the pot, is really important. You dry it, and you can upside down the lid instead of closing it. So the moisture in the pot can come out instead of close the lid. So now let's do this. I'm going to show you how to clean the pot as well. So if you use it too long and you get all the stain and all the white part, on inside the pot, and you want to clean it like brand new, I only use the bar keepers. That is very, very good. First, you wet the pot. Okay, you just follow instruction in the pot. I'm sorry, in the instruction in the back of the bottle, and then you add a little bit of the liquid of the bar keeper. Here, let me get it. But remember to wear gloves because this chemical is really strong, very, very strong. It smells really, it's not nice to smell it. If you could wear the mask and also wear gloves. So you wet it a little bit with that chemical, okay? And you let it sit for 1 minute. Then after 1 minute, you can use the sponge. And remember to use, if you use the sponge to clean this pot, don't use it for the dishes. Keep it and use to, clean the pot, the instant pot. So after 1 minute, you clean it, just like rinse it well and clean it. Then your pot will look like brand new again. Look really good. Okay? It's just like brand new. That's why I love it. Thank you guys. I hope that I cover most of the important things for the how to use the instant pot. I hope that you enjoy this video, and if you do, please subscribe, like, and share. Support our channel. Thank you guys. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.